Hello out there in YouTube land, it's Stephen aka Del Poi, but like I say, you can call me whatever, that's fine. Just going to touch on one main topic today really, which is something that's like caught me interest a little bit, and I want to bounce maybe some ideas off people and see what your thoughts are. Like, you know, I do appreciate people watching my videos, and like, you know, if you do comment on my video, I will always reply. The people who've like commented on my videos before, I've always replied to them. That's fine. I like having conversations and debates. Now, my whole entire video today, or most of it, is about Battlefield Hardline. We've only got a couple of weeks out now until it actually drops. Obviously, you lucky Americans get it like a few days earlier than us in the UK, which is a pain in the arse. But hey ho, that's how it works, I suppose. But I mean, I used to be a COD player, a huge COD player. Still am. I do like COD. I fell out of love with it after like Modern Warfare 2, and then Advanced Warfare came out, and I'm sorry, but that game's fun. I know a lot of people, there is a lot of critics of it, but I do find that as fun as Modern Warfare 2 was. But anyway, slice that. Basically, with Battlefield, when I first got told about it when I was playing COD, my mate said, you've got to try this game. He said, like, so try Battlefield and see what you think. And as soon as I started playing it, I just fell in love with it, because it's just, I mean, and this is not me having a go at, like, you know, COD in any way. This is basically just the way it is. Like, you know, COD is an arcadey shooter, good fun, you know, just good quick pace fun. Like, Battlefield though is a war simulator to me. It's all about teamwork, and apart from that, you can't camp in it, because like basically whatever you camp in, you're gonna get blown up. And you are your own kill streak, so basically you can go and get in a tank, or like, you know, 5 planes, which I really can't, like I always crash. But you know, that's the great thing about it. But when they released Bad Company, I mean, Bad Company is my favourite by far, because the story to it was brilliant, and so was the multiplayer. Then Battlefield 3 came out, and it was like the ante with I'd say the graphical like capabilities of the actual game itself were amazing. And I know you had to do that install of, like, you know, the second disc, otherwise like you won't get all the HD textures and blah de blah. But obviously now we're in the current gen, and a lot of things are a lot easier. So when Battlefield 4 like was coming out, I was thinking, yes, this is going to be brilliant. It's going to be on next gen, like, you know, or current gen, as you call it, and it's just going to be unreal. And then of course I bought it first day, I bought the premium first day, and then I got basically what was a kick in the nuts. Like, they completely screwed it up. I don't know how. I don't know whether it was because of the new technology. I suppose we'll never know. But the point being is that it sort of like made me fall out of love with it in a way. And now this is coming back to Hardline, where I really love visceral games for the Dead Space series, because if one thing they know how to do is tell a story. And the interesting thing about the actual developers, because I've seen some of the interviews with them, is they say that their favourite one out of the Battlefield series is Bad Company, and they're going to be doing this, like, you know, Hardline in a series, like an episodic cop show. And we all know how popular they are, because there's like hundreds of shows, like, well, not hundreds, but there's a lot of shows on TV that are cop dramas these days, and everybody has fun, like, you know, watching them. They're intense, they keep you gripped. Now, I'm wondering whether, you know, this is going to be like a kickstart for that actual, like, you know, series themselves, like whether they could keep Hardline going. Like, you know, personally, I want Bad Company 3. I really like, I think everybody who, like, you know, play Bad Company is screaming at the top of their lungs, for God's sake, make Bad Company 3. You know, it's just, it's needed, because it added not only, like, you know, a great campaign, it was just the characters, and you got involved with the characters, which I feel is a big thing. Apart from the multiplayer was great, which it always has been. That's a staple in all of, like, you know, the Battlefield games. It's always been, like, the multiplayer's been fantastic, because, like, you know, it's just the ultimate experience, like, for like a war game. But back to the Hardline, I'm just wondering if, because this is a cop show, as we all know, it's going to be like, you know, that's the campaign itself, whether they're actually going to think, well, you know what, well, cop shows have different seasons, don't they? They carry on. Whether we're going to see at the end of this, like, you know, like cop show that they're doing in the campaign, whether there's going to be, like, you know, the next Hardline game is going to be, you know, the next season, you know what I mean, and they're going to be facing something else. Now, obviously, the way they went about it, and they've done it as a cop show, there's not really any other way they could go, like, because you're either in the army or you're in the cops. Is like, you know, there's no other type of, let's say, war fronting, like, because obviously they've got, like, you know, the drug wars that they fight, everything like that. So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think, like, you know, that'd be a great idea? Like, it's like basically Visceral's Bad Company in a way, because they did say that, like, you know, because some of the actual actors in it, Kelly Hu is like, you know, she is like one of the like action TV stars, like, you know, of most like TV shows I've seen. She was on a show called Sammo Law with Sammo Hung, who's a good friend of what's his name now? Sorry, Jackie Chan. And they went to the same school as well as Jet Li and all that. And anyway, but the point is, like, you know, would you be happy to see that happen? Because I played the beta now. I'm sort of on the fence where I feel like I've been kicked in the nuts once by, like, you know, the release of Battlefield 4, and I'm not in the state where I feel like I want to part of my cash because of it. But then again, everybody else seems to be getting Battlefield, and I do enjoy it. And that hot wire mode with the cars is, like, you know, the conquest flags, whoever thought that out, genius, because that is got to be one of the most fun and fast and frantic gameplay modes I've played. So I really did like that. I just wondered what everybody else thought. I know, obviously, I cannot wait for Star Wars Battlefront. That has been a long time coming, so obviously DICE are working on that. I'm just wondering whether it's going to be serialised, like, because obviously we don't want it to get stale like COD. Could this be the option to it? Because I know, like, Call of Duty's gone to, like, you know, the 3-year development cycle now, even though it's still coming out every year. It's just, what can you do to make it not stale? And I think Battlefield 4 felt a little bit stale because it felt like Battlefield 3.5, and I was worried that, like, you know, obviously Hardline felt like Battlefield 4.5, you know what I mean? Which it did in a way, because it's still Battlefield, but obviously it's more interesting with, like, you know, the money aspects, and you can collect bounties and stuff like that. I just wanted to, like, you know, get my thoughts out on that and see what everybody else think. Unfortunately, on the end of this video, again, I seem to have to be ranting about things, but it seems a fellow YouTuber has been caught out. Someone who I actually named in my well, I didn't name him in my hypocrite video because I wanted him to have the balls to come out and actually say something, but I'm going to link a video in my comment section, well, sorry, in my description section. I want you to watch. It's by a really good YouTuber. His name's Anchorman, and he's making a very good point. Also, I want to give a shout out to Microbox of X, because he's been a stable partner in helping me try and, like, you know, develop my channel, and he's giving me some good ideas. Big shout out to Full Metal Gamers, and Lewis, the next time you do a video, please sound a bit more cheerier. I know I don't sound that cheery, but yeah, I just want to give a shout out to, like, you know, these groups that I'm part of, because, like, you know, the gaming community, it does seems to be fractured in a way, and it shouldn't be. Like, we're all gaming at the end of the day, and games just interest me. That's why I prefer sticking to, like, game chat and not to the drama. But yeah, the one guy who got caught out, Crap Gamer, I've got to shake my head. I'm sorry, but you got caught out using somebody else's gameplay, and you are a hypocrite because you're part of the Gamers Against Hate, and you hated on a fellow Xbox gamer YouTuber. So shame on you, lad. Shame on you. Get your head sorted. It's fucking ludicrous.